Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. I'm just now starting this StreamYard, so I'll give a few minutes for everybody to join. I'm just testing this StreamYard streaming service out, and if anybody happens to chime in and have any questions, let me know. So just give it here a few minutes. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I have a cough. That's why I wasn't on live cast Sunday like I thought I would. But if anybody has any questions, just let me know. Again, welcome to the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button below and turn the bell notification on. I'd really appreciate it. So anyways, feel free to send me a chat message here in the post a chat, and I'll answer any questions you have. But this wasn't supposed to start until 2 more minutes, so let's give it a few more minutes for other people to join. Okay. I just want to make sure too this streaming is working properly as well. So let's see here. Okay, it looks like we got more people tuning in. 6 people now. You guys 8. Now we got 8 people. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. Today I'm just going over any Q&A questions you guys may have on building business credit. So I'm happy to test out this new StreamYard stream service. So hopefully it's a little bit better than the past streams. So let's see here. We got a new question here. I'll just start answering. Rebecca Cruz, with beginning business credit, is it best to order once a month or multiple times a month so it can report? So if you're talking about one particular vendor, you only need to order one time. So say you're talking about Quell or Uline, you can only just order once. It's all you need to do. To keep them active, I would say 2 times a year at least. But if you need you need the products that they're selling, by all means, order from them as much as you want. Sorry, guys. So if you're talking about individual different vendors, you can order, like I covered in some of the other videos, you can, order several, so if Quell, Uline, any of them, build up that business credit, get as many as you can, build up fast as possible as far as the tier 1s go. Hey, Denvel Edwards. Hey, I shot you an email. I don't know if you got it yet or not. Can you guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. Because, like I said, I'm using this new streaming StreamYard to see if it's any better for the viewers at all. So let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I want to make sure it's okay. All right, if you guys are just tuning in, it's Josh with the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. This is just a live Q&A about building business credit. Any questions you may have, just type it in the chat box and I will answer it live. Let's see here. Develop Edwards, you replied back. Yeah, I sent you another one. I'm not sure if you got that one back or not, or you checked that out. I haven't checked my email in the last 10-15 minutes or so. But can you guys hear me okay? Is it clear? I just want to make sure it's all clear for the cast and everything. I have no way to hear because I don't have headphones plugged in on here. Let's see here. So, Rebecca, I hope that answered your question as far as what you're asking. Okay, good. Yeah. So, do you want to, get as many trade lines as you can, especially if they're tier can that are actually going to report. Don't go after ones that are not going to report because you're just wasting your time, money, and effort. So. Don't know. I know you, or Denval. I know you've seen a lot of what I'm saying already from the past videos. Hey, Darnell, Anthony. Hey, got confused there. Both of you guys started with a D and chatted at the same time. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Darnell? So yeah, let's get the questions coming in, you guys. Keep me busy. Like I said, I wasn't able to do the live cast on Sunday like I thought I was gonna be able to because I literally Saturday night came down with a bad cough. So recovering from that right now. So in the meantime, while you guys are waiting to, come up with some questions or whatever, I just wanted to go over some funding options for, if you're a startup or new business, things you can do to check out different funding options. This may not be, feasible for everybody, but I'm just going to go over like the NAV site, the small business startup loans, and cover a few topics on those. So typically for financing for a small business, you're going to need to be in business for 2 years and establish good business credit and be able to show at least income coming in every month and show that in your business bank account. I'm sorry, let me move here so my face isn't getting cut off. Okay, good, Denbell. Good, you can hear me. All right. Denise Jefferson, Uline didn't give me a net 30. Is it worth my time ordering from them? I don't know. It depends on what your business credit looks like right now and how many others you have actually reporting. But I had the same problem with them as well for 2 of my businesses. They just offered net 30 account. I think it was back in November, but I started this back in April, and I tried to order from them, I believe in June or July, and they said place a couple orders. So I did it, and it was like they want to see you order at least like $300 to over $300, 3 to 5 orders, to establish that one. The Uline and Quill are they're alike, but it's a hit or miss with both of them. Darnell, Anthony, Dun and Bradstreet deny me for having a virtual office. Need help. What type of virtual office did you use? That depends. Shoot me an email directly, Darnell, Anthony, and I'll help you solve that. It's not the first time I've heard that, but virtual offices are okay if you go about it a certain way. A lot of people use them. You'll hear a lot of other people say you can't use virtual offices or addresses because you're not going to get approved. That's true to a certain extent, but starting off, it's you can't say that nobody is able to do it because a lot of my businesses have virtual addresses, and I've had no problems with funding and getting net 30s and other accounts funding throughout the years. I mean, it's not just been recently, it's since like 2008. So Darnell, shoot me an email, info@vanhornmarketing.com. Okay, I don't know who this is, but it's a Facebook user. I just started my business January 2021. I'm looking to get some funding, grant, loan, something to start up the business. I've got some money saved up, but no, not enough. Is there any recourse for my situation? Unfortunately, there isn't, because you can apply for some of the private grants out there, but the ones that were already started during COVID, say back in, if your business was already established last year and during the pandemic when it happened, or even right before it happened, you were already established. A lot of the grants that are being given away, the private grants, those grants um, are going to be given away to those versus businesses that were just started within 2021. Stay up to date though on the SBA, because they are starting to give advice on the EIDL grant, small business loan. They're playing catch up for the targeted grants for the $10,000 that was everybody was supposed to get last year that didn't get the full amount. So once they get that sorted out, maybe in about a month or two, you might be able to get apply for an EIDL grant. So let's see here. Carolina Dex. Okay, I'm at a 75 DMB organically. Is there a step-by-step guide for tier 2 and tier 3? Yeah, Carolina, I have on my channel a couple videos on tier 2, so you definitely check those out. If you're already Paydex score is 75, I don't know what your credit looks like, but definitely check out those videos. Just hit on my icon and you can go through the playlist and see like the tier 2. Tier 3, in my opinion, it technically is like bank financing. So maybe we'll get into that here in a little bit. I was going to explain that before the questions started coming in. I was going to explain about equipment leasing and small business financing for newer businesses, options you have. Denville Edwards, can send my paycheck from my 9-to-5 job to my business bank account. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's, it's still showing, a lot of people do that actually. So yeah, absolutely. That would be a wise thing to do. And then just use it as you need it, especially if you set up an LLC and you're filing, say, at the end of the year, your normal W-2 and your 1040. I don't know how your taxes look like, but if you're doing like a Schedule C, self-employment income, and putting that all together, then you're not going to be getting double taxed on it. Like I said, I'm not an accountant or anything, but you're not going to get double taxed on it as long as you can show a record that you're basically putting your funds into your business bank account that came from your 9-to-5 job that was already getting taxed on. Okay, so let's see here. You're welcome, Facebook user. So first I want to talk about like equipment financing. Okay, hang on. I'll get back. Before I get into that, let me get back to Denville Edwards. Home Depot told me I can't use my virtual office address. Had to use my home address. When they report, it's not showing up. Yeah, that can be an address conflict. So yeah, you can still build, but you're going to have to add your home address onto Dun and Bradstreet, and a lot of people don't want to do that, and you really want to kind of keep it separate. So I don't know what type of business that you're in, if you want to share that with me, and either on here or through email, and I can kind of give you some advice on what I would do in that type of situation. It's what type of business you have, is a factor as well, on what you could do. So just shoot me an email. Let's see here. Darnell Anthony, can I still build business credit without DUNS? Yeah, you can. I have a client of mine that for some reason got blocked by had a good Dun and Bradstreet credit profile, and for some reason they closed down, like, basically Dun and Bradstreet shut down his business credit profile completely. But then he's still getting approved for, like, different cards like Lowe's and Home Depot and Best Buy, because they also pull through Experian. So it's not a end all, but you still want to try to get your duns situated, and keep in mind you can always, I know it's a long process or drawn out process and pain in the butt, but you can always add in, change your business address later and update it all, especially if you don't have the funds to get an office or something right now, like a physical office. But there's also co-working spaces, that would be accepted as well. So I'm working on putting out a video on that here soon, on options for co-working spaces that aren't virtual addresses, but they're addresses that you can use that cost a couple $100 a month, but they're kind of like Regis, but it's a different company. So I'll get into that soon. And let's see here. Fuelman, Kendall Jones. Glad to see her back, Kendall. Hope you're doing okay. Fuelman gas card approved 5K 3 days ago. Congratulations on that. And I just want to chime in real quick. If there's any viewers that are not already subscribers, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. It helps our channel grow. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, Kendall Jones, that's great. If that was that the Fuelman, the regular Fuelman card, or was it a Fuelman branded card? But yeah, 5K, that was great. That will definitely help your business credit, because they'll start reporting it once you start using it. Ernest Wilson, hi, we appreciate your time and work. I had a question about Experian Intel Score Plus. I had a high balance that was $100 high balance. I didn't know how it got on my credit. My credit score went down. $100 high balance, that's not really high. But yeah, a couple of people actually just emailed me about this, that, it's reporting, say, on Experian, that they owe $1,000, $1,500, $1,800, and their Intel score went down from like in the 80s down to 50s, 60s, or whatever. So you got to find out who that is that you owe that to and get it paid. But it's not an end all, because business credit scores change constantly. So even if your score went down a little bit or even a lot, it's okay as long as it's not negative, as long as you're not a late payer. So you want to make sure that you're paying early, and that's the easiest way to get your Experian score, just like Dun and Bradstreet score, up high, is if you pay a week early, sometimes even 2 weeks early. It just depends on the vendor. But you always want to pay early, because that data is going to be reported that you're paying early. So that definitely helps, your score. I know that from myself, all my different businesses, and I track mine directly with Dun and Bradstreet, so I can see so much more data than what just Nav gives out. And I do see a direct correlation. When you pay early, your paydex scores in the 90s. But you also need to have some payment experiences as well that are $1,000 or more to start really getting into high limit funding and high limit approvals. It's not end all, but it definitely helps when you have more than just say $500 or $600, $50 trade lines reporting. Anybody can do that, but when you have trade lines reporting that show that you carried a high balance within a short time, say 1 month or 2 weeks, or net 60 term account, you carried a balance, or it was open in net 30 account and you paid it off early, and say it's $1,500, that's great. That's going to help your score tremendously. Denval Edwards, it's an online clothing store. Yeah, so I don't know where you are, but where you live, but shoot me an email and I'll try to help you find something that will, work or whatever for your address situation. Let's see here. Latanya Cochran, you're the best. Thank you so much for saying that. Ernest. Yeah, so Ernest, how many trade lines do you have reporting to Experian right now with having that one trade line showing that you have a high balance of 100? And also, just shoot me an email if you want, or I can kind of help you out more privately. Where you can send me a screenshot. You can black out your information, but just send me a screenshot of like your Experian report, and I can kind of dissect it and read it probably a lot better than a lot of. I don't want to say a lot of you guys, but I've been reading, reports for years now. But yeah, if you only have two, you I wouldn't focus too much on that score so much right now. You really need to get like at least 3 to 5 on Experian reporting to really see a good balance, because before that maybe you only had one reporting and it gave you a starting score possibly, and then you put that second one on and then it's shown that there's more debt occurred for the company that you owe. But after you pay that off, it should bounce back up. Let's see here. Denval Edwards, Florida. Yeah, there's a lot of options depending on where we're at in Florida, but yeah, just let me know. Let's see here. Kendall Jones, yes, the regular Fuelman card. I was also approved for a BP MasterCard 1500. Great, like to see that. That's awesome. That'll definitely be good reporting for you for sure. Just give it time, but make sure you use them because they're not going to report if you don't use them. Let's see here. Ernest Wilson. Okay, yeah, I see your email address. I'll try to just shoot you an email, but you can send me one as well if you want to remind me. It's info at vanhornmarketing.com. That's vanhornmarketing.com. Denval Edwards, I have Regis for my business address. Okay. Let's see here. Hang on a second. Let me make sure I'm. Hang on one second. I'm just making sure I. Sorry, Darnell and Denval. I was getting you guys' questions kind of mixed up because you guys were asking them around the same time. So Darnell, I'll help you with the address situation. If you want to shoot me an email, I can try to look into that and see what I can do to help you out and find a solution for you. Well, it looks like seems like both of you guys, Denval and Darnell, both have some address situations with Dun and Bradstreet. So, yeah, just shoot me an email. I'll see what I can do to help you guys out. Let's see here. The LLC has a virtual address on it. Do I need to start over? No, you just can update it. You need to find a different location, and that's why I said if you want to shoot me an email, I'll try to help you out with finding a one that's not going to be red flagged. There's ways you can go about looking up those virtual addresses to make sure they're not going to be red flagged, or I should say minimize the risk of that. I don't know if Opus Office paying like $99 a month. I'm not familiar with them. I know Regis, but Opus. I'm not so familiar with them. I'll have to look them up. Let me jot that down because I'm curious about that. Never seen or heard of them. Okay, let's see here. Excuse me. So let me get over to the equipment leasing, and then I'll get back to any questions you guys have there. So, are you guys put in the chat section? Let me put that here. I don't know if that goes through or not. Let me see if. Let me see if that. I just put my email address in the ticker thing below. You should see it scroll past. So, in case you can't see it in the chat section. Okay, let's see here. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about like equipment financing, and equipment financing, is really a good option for anybody that say needs any type of equipment for your business. Equipment financing, you don't need a whole lot of business credit build up, and you don't need to show a whole lot of I would say for your personal credit needs to be, I don't want to say good, but it can't be like horrible. So be somewhere in like the 620s or above FICO score, and some of them won't even look at the personal credit so much if you show some type of sales. So if you can show a couple months, like 2 months of banking statements, you can get approved for equipment financing. There's tons of companies out there. And when I say equipment financing, say like a screen printing machine or oven or a pizza oven, carpet cleaning machines, that's all considered equipment, financing, forklifts or anything that's an equipment for your business that you need for your business. You can have a better chance to get one of these equipment financing companies to approve you rather than say it costs like $5,000. So the equipment finance company is more willing to approve you rather than a bank or going to traditional bank or say a small business loan to get that $5,000 for that equipment that you may need. So and they have like equipment financing, equipment leasing. It still comes down to the same thing. You're paying a monthly fee over a fixed term, say 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, up to even like 72 months. And then at the end, you either paid it off just like a car loan, or there's a buyout price at the end. So you definitely want to check that out. And if you have any questions about equipment financing, you guys can shoot me an email as well. I'll try to direct you to a couple that I know of. I'm not affiliated with any of these equipment financing companies, but I can just point you to the right direction. A couple that are big names out there, or you can just go on NAV. They have a couple on their list as well. So let's see here. We already talked about like before business credit cards. You need to pretty much have good personal credit to be able to qualify for this business credit cards, and a lot of them, are going to check mainly your personal credit. They may check your business credit out as well, but for the most part, they're checking your personal credit out. So if you have bad personal credit, you need to get that repaired. You need to fix what's going on with your personal credit, because if you're really trying to build your business up, you're going to have to PG or show good personal credit. Even though PG loans out there for businesses still want to see good personal credit. So it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to have 750 or 800 FICO score. You just need to get rid of anything that's derogatory. Even if it is derogatory and you can't get it removed, if it's a charge off, get the charge off paid. I know other people say no, never pay charge offs. I've done it in the past. It looks better too. It doesn't hurt your score at all. It doesn't really help either, but it shows that you're, making good on your past debts. So you definitely want to work on getting your personal credit in order if you don't already have personal credit built up or you have bad personal credit. I'm going to set up another YouTube channel that is going to talk about personal credit repair and how to build and rebuild your personal credit, because I know a lot about that. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know probably in the next week or two when I get that YouTube channel set up. So also I want to cover like the SBA loans. If you've already been in business, for 2 years and your personal credit's not too bad, then you can qualify for a traditional SBA loan. Also, you can qualify if you're a newer business and you don't have so much good personal credit. I think you need at least 580 or better to qualify for EILDL loan. So a lot of people took advantage of those, and they've helped tons of businesses. So that's an option. Any of these topics, if you need to get more information on, you can obviously Google that information, but you can shoot me a message as well, or check out my other videos. I covered a lot of these topics already. And then you can search also like micro lenders too. So micro lenders, they will typically give you, even if you're a new business, say you've been in business only 3 months or 6 months, and you can show, some type of steady income coming in. If it's $500 or $1,000 a month coming into your business checking account, there's micro lenders out there. I'm not going to mention any names, but there's, there's several micro lenders out there that will lend you. It's typically going to be a higher price, but say you need $2,000 or $5,000, so that'd be considered like a micro lender loan. So there's several of them out there that will give you that, even if you have bad personal credit or limited or, not the greatest personal credit. So definitely search about micro lenders. I'll try to do a video about that as well on different micro lender options. I just don't want to put out names too much out there right now because, everything that I put out there, I kind of want to endorse and see for myself. So I don't want to, have you go through a micro lender and then, you not get approved or it'd be a bad company or whatever. So another option too for anybody that has say PayPal, that takes PayPal or sells online, say eBay or e-commerce store, Shopify, clothing store, or whatever, you can, there's a few different options you can get funding. So there's one called fundbox.com, and they offer a sorry, the dogs are barking back. So there's Fundbox. They're kind of expensive, but they will, if you have invoices or you have money coming in through say eBay or e-commerce, they analyze that data through your bank account or through PayPal, and say you're generating $2,000 a month steadily, they're going to give you a loan based on that, and then you pay back a percentage of it. Sorry, there's some noisy people outside. I think someone came over. But you can loan against that amount. Everybody's situation is different, but the approval process is pretty automated, and that's fundbox.com. So you can check that out. It's an invoice financing. And for those that already take PayPal and have already done, at least that have a business PayPal account and have already done $15,000 to $20,000 in revenue in the last, say, 12 months. It could be in the last 3 months or last 12 months, but the account has to be up in, I believe, 90 days and generated at least $15,000 or $20,000 total. So as long as you've generated that amount, then you can apply for what's called the PayPal working capital loan. And every time you get paid, they'll just take anywhere from like 10, 15, 20 to 30%. You can pick that once you get approved. They'll give you an offer. So if you have income coming in through PayPal, definitely check that out. If you don't, you can, and you already have a PayPal account, but you don't have a whole lot of revenue coming in through there, you can also do, I think it's through a loan builder, but it's directly with PayPal. So it's a PayPal financing loan for small businesses. So let's see here. Yeah, I can't tell you guys how important it is to get your personal credit in order if it's not already. So those are the things I just wanted to cover on options for small business startup loans. I'll get into more detail if you guys have any questions, but shoot me a message right now. I'll go back to the chat here. Okay, Ernest Wilson, you pay $99 a month with Opus. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I've never even heard of them. I've just only used Regis in the past and a few others. All right, let me know, you guys, what other questions you guys may have. Trying to think if there's anything else that I jotted down here that I wanted to cover. Let me see here. Hang on, I'm just looking at my notes here. Yeah, so one thing I wanted to give you guys, hey, Stuart. I thought I sent you an email today, Stuart. I was going through all the emails. If you're the one that emailed me already, then I shot you an email earlier. Your email was in my spam box, and I found several of them in there. So let's see here. But yes, shoot me another email if you want, or reply to the one that I sent you. But one thing I wanted to also point out to you guys, if any of you guys have tried to apply for a Divvy or are looking to apply through Divvy, I just want to give some updated data points about them as well. So on the application, it's going to ask you what's the line of credit that you want, like, 100,000, 200,000, whatever that case may be. To trigger kind of like the auto approval is one of the things that I've noticed just from data points from people that have applied recently through our strategic partner link, is you want to make sure if your annual income that you can only prove with your business, even if it's a new business, but you've only done, say, 60,000 in the past year, then make sure you don't put more than 60,000 on your requested credit limit, because they're going to start asking for a lot of like profit and loss sheets and a lot more data. So, start off small on the credit limit that you're going to be requesting with Divvy. You want to be able to make sure that you can show how much, if you're wanting a $50,000 credit line with Divvy, you need to be able to show that you've done 50,000 in the last 12 months or in the last, 3 months, however new your business is. Like I said, it's okay if your business is new. Divvy can still get you approved as long as you have those other things to back it up, and basically proof of income, earnings coming in. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see here. Let me see if I had any other questions here. Just let me check here. Stewart. Oh yeah, Stewart. Yeah, you're out of you're right outside of Columbus. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I shot you an email. So check that. But yeah, let's connect or whatever, and we can go from there. All right, you guys. Any other questions you guys have? We have a lot of watchers right now, but not a whole lot of questions. So let me know any questions you guys have. I'm trying to think of any other topics. I know I don't want to sound repetitive and keep talking about things I've talked about too much in the last live casts or last videos. So unless you guys ask a direct question, so let me know. I mainly, came on today because I saw some free time that I had, and I was setting up this new streaming service, StreamYard. Yes, Stuart. I'll check here again, but I sent you an email. If you didn't get it, I got your email. I'm gonna follow up. I know I had some email issues in the last couple weeks because I'm finding a lot of emails in my spam box. So, let me see here. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to sit here on dead air either. You guys have any other questions at all? Yeah, Stuart, definitely. Anybody looking to get Divi, I would highly suggest, not just because I'm a strategic partner and I earn affiliate income with them, but I have approvals with them, and we've got a lot of people approved going through my strategic partner link. And a lot of that's because I don't want to say I prep, but I help each person that's going to apply. If you guys need help, I'll kind of, help you as far as getting everything in order, let you know what they're going to be asking for, get that all in order, make sure you have it and it's all verifiable. Let's see here. But yeah, Stuart and anybody else, like I said, just shoot me an email. My email's down below. You can see it scrolling across. Shoot me an email if you need help with getting a Divi. I'll just let you know, if I think that you can get approved based on a few questions, that we can talk about privately through email. Let's see here. Yvonne Smith Oliver, would you consider Best Buy a tier 2 account? Yes, that's tier 2 account. I would say like a mid tier 2 account. So you want to get some other tier 2s built up showing. But yeah, Best Buy. So you want to get like Home Depot, Staples, Best Buy. I would try, Best Buy can be a hit or miss, but you want to get some either quite a few of your tier 1s already set up. If you have a thin tier 1 profile, then you're going to need to get a lot more to to be able to get approved for Best Buy. But then again, I've seen other people get approved for Best Buy with thin business credit profiles, but they only get like a $1,500 net 30 limit. So if you want to get a high limit, you want to make sure that you have a lot of tier 1s already set up. Like I said, a good rule of thumb for tier 1s is 5 to 7 reporting, and then move on to your tier 2s. Darnell Anthony, would you putting a video about building business credit without Dun and Bradstreet. Hey, I'm gonna write that down right now. You're not the only one, honestly. I think I got 3 or 4 people that's emailed me kind of in the same situation that's either been blocked or not getting anywhere with Dun and Bradstreet. So I'm gonna just jot that down real quick here. I'll try to make a video soon about advice I could give on that as far as building business credit without Dun and Bradstreet, and which ones that actually don't really pull Dun and Bradstreet or will just pull Experian, because Experian is pretty easy to work with as well. Work with out D and B. It's funny you say that, because I literally just had somebody today shoot me an email that literally had their I think paid X score of like 88 and had like 12 or 13 trade lines reporting. And then and they're a fairly new business and they've been working on their business credit for like 9-10 months. And then all of a sudden Dun and Bradstreet shut them down or whatever, and still trying to, figure that out. Facebook user, I follow you. You're great. Thank you. I appreciate the information. Yeah, I appreciate you following me. If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you're following me on, say, on the Facebook group, then on the Build Business Credit Mastermind group. I'd really appreciate it if you can go over to the YouTube channel and hit subscribe and the bell notification, because it definitely helps the channel grow. Denville Edwards, on my Experian score, it went down to 42 points. Yeah, we talked about that before. I think that's because that one you said that was reporting 1,800. Have you reached out and tried to figure out what that is? I looked at the report earlier today. It looks like it's for warehousing or leasing or something like that. So anyways, I shot you an email about that. Shoot me an email back and we'll try to see if there's something we can do to figure that out. Just definitely, it's not good when you don't know what that is that's being reported. I think in the last live chat you said you didn't know what that was and you didn't sign up for anything for $1,800. So, that's going to take some attention to take care of for sure, because it's not as easy as getting things updated with finding out the accounts and the information as it is with personal credit. Facebook user, I have 6 net 30 accounts. Now what? I don't know which ones you have, but I would say if the 6 net 30 accounts, are they reporting? If so, if they're reporting to Dun and Bradstreet, are all of them reporting? Have you generated a PAYDEX score? And have you generated a Intel score with Experian? So you need to get those if you haven't already. Just because you got 6 net 30 accounts doesn't mean that they're reporting. So I need to know that information before I tell you what to do next. Thanks for the info. Would Amazon Net 55 be considered an easier account to obtain? No, not really. No, because they can be just as strict, but they pull through Experian. I know that. So, yeah, I mean, it depends. There's so many factors how long you've been in business, Yvonne. But I would say, yeah, you're going to have probably better luck with Amazon Net 55 than you would with a Best Buy account. They're both considered tier 2, but if you put them together, I would say it's going to be probably harder to get the and I don't want to eat my words here. I mean, because if I say this, then someone's going to say no, they got the opposite. So it's kind of like the quill line and U line and what am I saying? Quill line, U line and quill. It's kind of like that. Those are tier one, and some people have better luck getting it than others. So Yvonne, it depends if you already have, your Dun and Bradstreet paydex score 75 or higher, and you have your Intel score, like with Experian, already say like try to shoot for 75 to 80. If both those are in order, then, it won't hurt to apply for either of them. But I would say you're going to have the best luck if you have at least 5 trade lines already reporting on Dun and Bradstreet and Experian. I don't know, Anthony. Yeah, just shoot me an email. Facebook user, I have a Dun and Bradstreet number. How do I check paydex? So to be able to check, you have to sign up with Nav. Let me get this link for you guys because it's not. Hang on a second, guys. I'm getting this custom link for the Nav. I don't know if it's going to show that, if it's going to show this or not, but if this shows or not. If it doesn't, just shoot me an email, but I'm going to send you my Nav. It's affiliate link. It, helps our channel and everything. But so you need to sign up for the Nav Business Boost. I'm not sure if it's going to show the link or not. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know if that's a long URL, but anyways, if you're not in a rush to sign up, just shoot me an email, info@vanhornmarketing.com, and I'll get you that link. It's nothing special. It just helps the channel. But if not, you can just sign up directly at Nav Business Boost. Facebook user, Crown Office, Shirtsy, Uline, Quill, Granger, and the hatch card followed your direction. All those. Granger, I made a video about Granger. I think one of my first videos back in December, and the newer news is they're not reporting, and if they are reporting, you have to spend over $1,000, and some people are even saying $3,000 on the data points that I've got. But yeah, Crown Office, Shirtsy, and Uline and Quill. So those 4 should be reporting anytime now if they're not already. So you need to definitely check your scores. You have to sign up with the Nav Boost. Definitely get the Nav Boost as well, because that's going to add on to that. You can either just go to Nav and sign up for that, or just shoot me an email. Like I said, info@vanhornmarketing.com, and I'll guide you through the process to get that set up. But that'll help you get one more reporting. But yeah, once you see what your scores look like with both of the bureaus, then you can have a kind of better idea on what to go after next. And each one reports differently too. But if you did those already in the last 30 days or last 60 days, then you should start to be generating some trade lines being reported if you've already paid some invoices. So yeah, just shoot me the email and I'll be glad to help you. All right, let's see here. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind helping you guys at all. It's my pleasure, and I actually enjoy teaching. Yeah, if you've already paid a few, then you should be starting to generate that's right now is the time you want to start watching your scores. If you just started the business and you started paying the net 30s, now you want to start watching the scores because they're going to start trickling in as the reporting and data updates with, the Dun and Bradstreet, Small Business Financial Exchange, Creditsafe, Experian, Equifax. So, yeah. Let's see here. Anybody else have any questions, though? We have quite a few people still on here watching. Any other questions? I know you guys. Hey, let me see here. I think I missed Denvel Edwards. Yeah, I missed that. Can I apply for credit? Let me see here. Can I apply for credit if my credit score is at 42? Or do I need to fix that first? I would say work on fixing that first, Denvel. Work on fixing that first. Yeah, my email, it's I'll put it on the screen here. Let's see here. Already on the screen, but I'll put it on the screen here again, if that's what you're saying. Yeah, so there's my email. It's info@vanhornmarketing.com. So I'll leave that there for a minute. So anybody need any help, just shoot me an email. I'll try to, guide you in the right direction the best I can. And I don't know. I'm not sure if this lets you send links and stuff, but let me see here. Okay. Yeah, I know on another StreamYard cast that we were doing, or that I was in with, and I noticed that they don't let you share links or whatever. So I don't know if that's email, if that's YouTube or StreamYard or what. Okay, so it's more people tuning in. If you're just now tuning in, welcome to the Get Business Credit YouTube channel live cast Q&A. If you have any questions, let me know. Put it in the chat box below or to the side, and I'll answer any questions you may have about building business credit up or establishing business credit. Let me hide that so it's not covering my face. Okay, guys, any more questions? I know there's still so many people on the cast right now, but kind of dead air. I know I've kind of covered so many different topics, especially if you follow me, you've seen that, between my videos and my past live casts, it's like kind of redundant, but and building business credit is not as big of a niche that people think that there's so much content to talk about. There is, but there isn't. On my whiteboard here, I have like 30, 40 other video topics that I'm going to be covering that are about building business credit, but a lot of those are tier 2s that I don't want to just put those out there being a newer channel and get people to not understand that you need to get those tier 1s taken care of first. You need to build up that business credit before you just start applying for these higher level tier 2s. Sayo Pepper, I was looking to start getting vendor credit, but realized my address doesn't accept packages. Should I change the address before getting deeper into credit? Yeah, because you need to be able to accept packages, because some of the net 30 accounts, even if you put like a shipping address different than a billing address, that can be a red flag. If you don't already have business credit build up, they're not going to ship like a open net 30 account. if you order something, say from, Global Industrial, or, they want to see that the billing address matches up. If you don't already have business credit built up, they want to see that it matches up where it's being shipped to. That's how they get around, make sure that it's not fraudulent. So yeah, I'll get that fixed first. Have you been able to establish business credit for your friend with the credit repair business? Yeah, I mean, I've been working on his I should say working with him on his for a while now. But I don't want to really promote him as far as personal credit repair and stuff, because that I'm going to open up another channel and get into those topics. So I don't want to contradict anything that he does or whatever either. But and a lot of this you guys can do yourself if you have personal credit issues. Let's see here. If I change my business name, let me see here. If I change my business name, do I need a new EIN? No, you can register. That's getting a dicey topic. Depends how different it's going to be, but you can register your state DBA. Sometimes it's free to do. You can register it with the Secretary of State, or you can. It's either like if some states require a fee anywhere from $5 to like $35. You can add on a DBA, but then on business credit applications and vendor credit, you're still going to want to use that original name, the existing name, but you can have a DBA. So you'll see on a lot of business credit applications, they'll say legal name and then a DBA. You'd have the DBA that you're talking about. If you change your business name, you could do it that way, or you could just start all over. But if it's a similar type of business, and you just wanted to change the name or go by a different name, then you just register with your Secretary of State, where you have your INC or your LLC, and just register a DBA attached to the LLC of the existing business. And then you should be all set. And but like I said, you want to go on the credit applications, you're going to want to use your existing business name, and then on the DBA section have that as well. And then with Dun and Bradstreet, Experian, you're going to want to inform them of the DBA. They're going to pick it up on data anyways, because once it's listed with your Secretary of State as a DBA, a second name that you're going by for your business, they're going to see that anyways, but you can speed up the process by submitting the Secretary of State DBA that you added onto the business. I know it sounds confusing, but it's really not. Just look up adding add a DBA to existing LLC and say whatever state you're in. So no problem, Anthony Rooks. All right, so we got even more people tuning in now. Any other questions, guys? It was not so many here a few minutes ago, and now there's quite a few people that just joined in, like 5 more that just joined in. So any questions, let me know. Any questions? Just type it in the chat box below or to the side or whatever, and I'll answer your question here before we wrap this up. And I'm working on tomorrow getting out, I think, 2 videos tomorrow I'm going to be putting out. One of them is going to be a funding video, and another one is going to be more trade lines that you can go after some tier 2s. So stay tuned to those videos. And working on some banking videos as well. So I know a lot of you guys' end goal is to get business funding the easiest possible way. So there's no shortcuts to that. You can get there, but you got to do all these other things. But the info I'm going to be putting out here soon is a few new business products that are out there that are similar to be like Divvy, that, you know, offer some startup lines of credit, you know. So they're not huge, but, you know, every little bit helps. So, all right, I'll just give it a couple more minutes here and then see if there's any more questions that come in. And then if not, then stay tuned for the next live cast and the next videos that I be put out. I think, like I said, I'll put out 2 tomorrow evening or afternoon. And let me see here. Yeah, so I mean, I should have 5 or 6 out by the end of this week. I should have 5 or 6 new videos. So, like I said, if you're not a subscriber, make sure you're a subscriber. Hit the bell notification so you'll get alerted alerted about those when I release those videos. Let's see here. There's Mr. Finley. Mr. Finley speaking about making a video. What about making websites recently? Did you ever do that? No, I mean, I'm going to be putting out a video here soon about if you need a website built, a provider that I recommend going through. He actually used to be my office manager, and he set up his own website and hosting, and you can get everything done through him at a very reasonable price if you're working on a budget, and he does amazing custom websites. So stay tuned. I'll do a live cast interview video with him, and just like this, and go through him. I don't earn anything off that. I'm just trying to help him out and help you guys out at the same time. So, and also, Mr. Finley, I don't know if you're talking about that or if you're talking about the Get Business Credit website that I'm putting together that's going to have like a membership section. So I am working on getting a membership section for members that want to join and get more information and mentorship. I'll be offering that. I just want to be 100% transparent with all the viewers and everybody. You know, this is consuming a lot of my time. So obviously, if you really need a lot of coaching and one-on-one, then, you know, there's only so much I can do for free on that. So I hope you understand. Let's see here. Ernest Wilson. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Like I said, my throat. Surprised I haven't been coughing already. How many inquiries can you actually get with a business? Do you mean like hard inquiries? Like, so if you're talking about like inquiries on your business credit versus like a personal credit, how you get that, you get that, you know, you have hard inquiries that makes your credit score go down. With business, it really doesn't affect your credit score too much. So how much data the person that's pulling your credit can see, that's kind of unknown because each credit bureau, it's different. But I would say you don't need to be as cautious about credit inquiries on the business side than the personal side. So hope that answers your question. But I mean, it's, of course, if you already have your net 30 tier ones taken care of and you're going after the ones that are going to be hard pulling, because a lot of the net 30s, there's a lot of them that aren't even going to be pulling your credit to even do an inquiry for your business. So they would just give that to you after verifying your information a little bit. Because they have to pay and use the service with, say, Dun and Bradstreet or Equifax, Experian. You know, it costs them money to, excuse me, run those credit pulls. So ones like Shirtsy and Crown, they're not pulling your credit, your business credit at all. It's just the other ones that you want to watch out for, you know. So when you get into Home Depot, Lowe's, some of those are through like Synchrony Bank, Citibank, American Express, those are going to be pulling your your business credit. So, but I wouldn't focus on that too much as far as worrying about inquiries. It's not anywhere near as bad as like it is with your personal credit, where you look so desperate if you're getting, say, 3 inquiries in 1 month. It looks really bad on your personal credit, especially if they're pulling through the same bureau. So hope that clarifies that. Let's see, Mr. Finlay, that'd be great. Excuse me, sorry again, guys. What about SEO? Yeah, I covered SEO a bit in the past videos. For those that don't understand or even know what SEO is search engine optimization. So especially if you run an online business, you want to make sure you have your SEO in order. Shoot me an email, info@vanhornmarketing.com. I've done that for the living for my, you can actually see it right on vanhornmarketing.com. You can see my website. I've been doing SEO since 2007, really since Google started in 2001, but 2007 professionally, I've been doing that. I really don't spend too much time on that now because I have employees to take care of that for me, that I've taught in my offices. But SEO is an important part if you want to get approved, especially for high limit funding, because you want to be seen. So I put a video out there that was about building business citations and building an online presence. So you want to make sure that you can do a lot of this stuff yourself. You don't need to pay anybody to do it, but you want to build up those online citations. Those online citations are basically directories like Google My Business, Yelp. Doesn't matter what type of business you have, you still want to be listed in those, yellowpages.com. You want to be listed on all the business directories, all the main ones, because when Uline or any of these businesses, it could be even Citibank, for Home Depot, whatever, they're going to be the underwriter, the manual reviewer is going to be Googling your information, your business, to make sure, even if your business credit scores are fine, they're still going to look at your online presence. So you want to make sure that's all on par. So you want to be, definitely listed in all the directories. It definitely helps. It can't hurt. It can only help. The more, websites or directory listings that come up when somebody searches your, a creditor searches your name, the better, because it shows that you're more established and you've put time and effort into building your business online presence up. So, all right. Still quite a few viewers still here hanging around, but trying to think if I'm missing anything else or any other topics that you guys want to chime in, or let me know any other questions you guys have. Yeah, Mr. Finley, but back to your question, I'll get, just stay tuned for more content. I'll have more content coming soon. Mr. Finley, he's like a life coach, kind of a motivation speaker, one-on-one. We're going to do a live cast here soon. We're supposed to do it here the next couple of days, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. I got so much going on right now, but soon we're going to be doing a live cast that you got to teach your brain as well to stay focused with everything. So you want to make sure that, you can build up your business credit all you want, but the key to, your business is you want your business to succeed. And for your business to succeed, you want to make sure your mind is right. And especially with COVID and so many things going on and distractions. So soon I'll have Mr. Finley on here and kind of give some information to keep your mind focused. I know it's a boring subject to some, but you got to hear it out and try to train yourself to think a certain way, and you'll succeed. It really does work. Young Chris just getting in here. Hey, young Chris, you have any questions? Let me know if you have any questions, young Chris. Anything about business credit or anything? Yeah, Ernest Wilson, I think I already answered that just a little bit ago. I just answered that. Are you meaning like how many business inquiries, like your business getting pulled, your business credit getting pulled? If that's what you're talking about, I wouldn't focus and worry about that, because you can have 10 inquiries on your business credit profile just with Dun and Bradstreet or Experian, so I wouldn't really focus on that too much. Of course, like I said, build up your tier ones first, as much as possible before going after those tier twos that are going to be really pulling your different credit bureaus reports. Let's see here. I'll give young Chris a chance if he's just now getting in here. I know next time, guys, I'll try to, because I put out a poll. Most of you guys said evening works best. So the next live cast, I'll try to do it later, so it gives everybody a chance, because I know there's a lot of people still working or just getting off work. They're probably likely wanting to tune in, and we're going to be tuning off here in a minute. So next time I'll try to do it a little bit later. So, and young Chris, if you're not a subscriber, definitely subscribe, because I got a lot of new videos coming out in the coming days. And also, when this cast ends, you can go back and replay and watch it if you want. I covered different financing and different options and stuff, advice on building up business credit. So anyways, I think that is it, guys. Yeah, I'll wait a few more seconds here. See if anybody else chimes in with any question before we get off here. See, right when I say we're going to wrap things up, then more people are joining in. Let's see here. Young Chris, just started my business, trying to build up my credit up. Yeah, so young Chris, I would say if you just started it, you mean you just started like this month or last month? But I would say definitely check out my other videos, especially the step-by-step videos. I've put out so many videos, and I would say look at the ones that I put in the last 3 to 4 weeks. That's going to be the most up-to-date information, because there's some older videos that I put out, say back in December, that some of the data points are different than they are now in January, because some of the businesses the net 30 vendors have changed the way they report and everything, and who they report to. So definitely watch the newer ones too. But even my videos that are 2 months old and stuff, those are fine too. It's just that some of the data points have changed a little bit. Pretty much, if it's completely wrong information, I would already take down the video. So it's still all relevant, correct information. It's just some of the data points have changed a little bit. Okay, so young Chris, 2019 I've started, but didn't apply anything yet to it. Yeah, so that's good that you have it aged, as long as it's you've been paying your annual dues with the Secretary of State. There's usually an annual fee. As long as you've done that for you started in 2019, as long as you did it for 2020, and then it's probably coming due or already due with your state for 2021, But as long as you've done that and your LLC or your INC or S Corp is still active with your state, then yeah, you need to start going after those. It helps when you've already had a business already in existence since 2019. It helps. So, you know, you're going to be in a good spot. You're going to have a lot more easier time getting even some of the net 30s that new businesses that just registered or filed have a tougher time getting approved for. So since you already have your LLC or C Corp or S Corp, since it's already aged a little bit. So definitely check out my other videos, young Chris. I put one out there that's step by step that shows, like, it depends also if you have the budget for it, but I put one video out because people requested how do you expedite, you know, building business credit. So there's one video I put out that about a week ago that breaks down like 11 different vendors. If you just now starting building your business credit, which ones to go after, and if you don't want to be patient about it, you go after these 11 vendors and try to get them all at once. It's probably going to cost you anywhere from $700 to $1,400, $1,500, because you're going to have to either buy their services or buy their products or whatever. Quail, Uline, you're going to have to spend money to get them to report too. So that's going to, but if you do the process like the video I put out there, if you do that and you have the extra funds to, you know, spend that type of money right now, then, you know, go through them, you know, the 11 different companies. There's really 9, but then there's 2 gas card ones that do good reporting. So go through them and then you will be in good shape after about 60 to 120 days from now. You got all those reported, then, you know, you're going to be in great shape to get some major tier 2s set up. All right, guys, I think that's it for tonight. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down for now. I should say sign off for tonight until next time. All right. You guys have any questions, though? Like I said, just shoot me an email. I think I put my email. I'll try to put it up here again. Let me see. Yeah, so there's my email again for anybody that's just tuning in or that has any questions. Young Chris, feel free to shoot me an email directly. I'll try to help you or walk you through the process as well. It's info@vanhornmarketing.com. It's right there on the screen, right there. Just shoot me an email, and, you know, I don't charge anything to help anybody out for, you know, their basic advice on email or even a short phone call. So just check it out. And if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. But until next time, you guys take care, be safe, and keep building the business credit. Okay. All right. You guys take care. Stay tuned until next time. By tomorrow, I'll have a couple more videos up. All right. Again, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn the bell notification on. Smash the like button. Thanks, guys. Bye.